got nowhere to go. And then I just really just go take
I'll text her and tell her, I'll be like, don't let his dumbass in.
I'm gonna take a steaming ass. I could do the same thing to my fucking dad. What the fuck? I could take a piss down the back of all your work shirts.
This is my only work shirt.
You put it on every day and be like, it's raining, my guy.
I gotta take this as a video because, like, this never happens in Arizona. And this video has been going on for like 5 days now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, it's Valentine's Day. That's for my mom. I already got my girlfriend something, so you know. Yeah. I'm driving home right now. This is probably really dangerous what I'm doing, but it's okay. Look at this shit. Alright guys, so we're doing a quick video today. We're gonna be changing a downstream oxygen sensor on my 2013 Chrysler 200. And we will also go in depth on how I ended up with this car and what happened to the old car. So let's get to it. Okay, so actually, this is the perfect time to talk about it anyway, since I'm actually not doing very much right now. So one of the days that I was coming home from getting a Christmas present, this actually happened a couple weeks before Christmas. Unfortunate, but it happens. So I was driving home from Albertsons out in like Gilbert or some shit like that, and I was coming down Guadalupe Road. And if you're not familiar, if you don't live in Arizona, or if you're not familiar with Arizona, down Guadalupe, about halfway through Gilbert, is a windy road. Well, I ended up letting off the gas, and it downshifted, and then the light ended up turning red, or the light ended up turning green. So I ended up pushing on the gas, and then it upshifted, downshifted, and then just fucking started grinding. After that, reverse was totally gone, and then I ended up trading Bolt in to Drive Time, which he's at an auction site now. So my mom actually went to Drive Time because I had actually looked and I had gotten approved for a loan, and she saw this car. This car's name is Selena, if you guys wanted to know. Let me get over. I'm not using my signal because I'm an asshole like that. And so I ended up with Selena. Yes, very nice. So Bolt is at an auction site in Queen Creek now. That's where they gave me a quote for $400 to take Bolt off my hands. They took it, and so I did a $500 down payment with this car, and I owe $15,000, and this person needs to fucking go because I have shit to do. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this car a lot, but I do miss like having a car that doesn't fucking turn like a boat. But I mean, this car is a lot nicer than, you know, most cars for like an 18-year-old, and I'm doing $300 payments a month on it. So yeah, so that's the story. Do not worry though, Bolt will be back. I'm probably gonna go to the auction site and do a bid on him, and people are probably wondering why I would do that. If I end up with the Bolt again, I'm probably just gonna drop the front end and redo the whole front end, do the transmission, do everything. I'm going to build the engine. The only reason why I would want to do that is because Bolt was my first car, and I did have a really big connection with it. That was the first car that I ever worked on. Changed my own oil. I changed all the oxygen, like the sensors and stuff that, you know, broke, and all the things that broke. So yeah, if not, then I'm probably going to go for a coupe version of the Cobalt, and I'm going to go for the supercharged one. So yeah, if that doesn't happen, then it's whatever. But I do plan on fully getting another Cobalt. I do have a couple other project cars in mind, but Selena will remain as a daily. I'm not going to do anything modification wise to her unless it's like an exhaust or wheels or something. Ooh, almost hit that sign. So yeah. Alright boys, so it is the second day of the video. I'm actually just leaving the shop. The first shop that I ended up going to was a small little Mexican shop, and they actually did the work on my old exhaust. So I think I explained this last night. I had a broken flex pipe, so it was just fucking spewing exhaust emissions. So they did that for me, and then when I pulled up, they recognized me, and they're, you know, talking to me and this and that. And then I asked them, you know, hey, you know, will you guys replace this for me? And they're like, no, we don't do that here. So they sent me down the street to their to the place that they send people for all their engine work. And the guy was like, you know what, here, I'll do it for $40 since you know, got your exhaust done at the other place. So I was like, okay, cool. So he basically did some diagnostics on it. He ran a couple tests. The engine light is off, but he said if it comes back on, he said you need to come back. He said we need to run some more tests on the car. He said it could be a bad harness connector. And he's like, but if it doesn't come back on, he's like, don't worry about it. Just keep driving your car. So I'll show you guys the oxygen sensor in a second. Shit was hot. I picked it up right after I had driven the car and they had pulled it out. Ooh, that bitch was hot. And I know I'm probably going to get this question, but, you know, I'm going to come out and say it right now. The reason why I take my car to, like, local shops, like, local, like, Mexican businesses is because, number one, that's part of my heritage. I am half Mexican. I do... How do I say it this way? Okay. So, I take my car to local Mexican businesses because that is my heritage, and I do support small businesses. And, you know... my grandpa's like, well, just take your car to the dealer. And I'm like, no, that's too much money. The guy charged me $40 to install this sensor. Granted, I had to go out and buy the sensor, but still, like, the guy was really cool. Most of the Mexican businesses that I go to, they're very down to earth, and they, you know, they're not gonna fuck you over because, well, this guy's here to make money and not fuck someone over. So, really good business, really clean. The guy was real nice, and they did it in like 15 minutes. And then the guy, you know, did the little overrun of my car. So yeah, it was nice. Okay, so now that the car is fixed, and I actually went to go wash it real quick, so you guys don't think I'm like a slob or something, which I'm not, but still. So we'll do a little overview of the car. Right now. All right, so here she is. She's clean, nice looking. So. No window tint at all. So she's got a 2.2 liter or 2.4 liter VVT engine in it. Basic Mopar. I mean, it's really not that like interesting. I got cream interior with black offsets. The, you know, the old famous Chrysler clock. Here's the gauge cluster. Here's like my little change bucket. The thing about this car, that the reason why I actually ended up picking this car out is because of this. This is the 6-speed automatic transmission with manual overdrive. So I thought that was really cool that I'd be able to, you know, actually be able to control when the car shifts, because this car does shift actually really late when I'm driving. So, you know, it's nice to be able to, you know, shift the car. Sorry, it's fucking cold outside, so here's just an overview of the inside and the back. Let's go in the back. It's like a couch back here. Got a little trash can. There's a pie pan. That's pretty much it about the car. The one thing that I did take from my old car is that I ended up taking the lighting from the inside of the old car. I just kind of ran it, and I really didn't feel like tucking and hiding wires, so I just did that. So yeah, that's the overview of Selena. She's a deep red cherry. She had lots of swirl marks, but look at that shine. So I actually, hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I actually seriously lost track of time. I ended up going out with my girlfriend, you know. We had a little fun time, you know, like that, but like we went out and we went on to South Mountain and stuff like that. So, you know, just went on a little trip. So I ended up not filming that just because, you know, just keep our relationship private as much as I can. And I washed this car literally right after the guy did my O2 sensor, because he was working with oil before he had gotten a hold of my car. And this guy literally got oil all over the paint. So I was like, you know what, let me go wash it real quick. So, I ended up doing that. And then when we went up to South Mountain, there's actually some road work being done. And so, there's fucking mud everywhere. It was on the sides of the car. And I'm like, yo, no. This car I'm trying to treat a lot better than Bolt. But at the same time, like, I do want to, like... But I know I can't do that because luxury. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that was today's video. I know it was broken up into like 2 or 3 days. So yeah, hopefully I can start doing this more like frequently. I've just been really bad at it. So yeah, thank you for watching.